Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from the New York Post. Now this was published on November 28th. It's written by Marissa Schultz and Nikki Schwab. Trump threatens to declassify devastating docs about Democrats. Oh, that's an understatement. Because to say they're devastating is putting it mildly. Let's get into the article here. In a wide-ranging exclusive interview with the Post, President Trump said Wednesday that if the House Democrats launched probes into his administration, which he called presidential harassment, they'd pay a heavy price. And it is presidential harassment. 2 years ago, they lost the presidency. Their girl Hillary couldn't swing the Electoral College. They have a situation where they're still spurging out. And they're going to make him pay for beating her in a legitimate, fair election. So, this is literally harassment what they're doing at that point. And I hope they pay a heavy price. People need to see the sleazy, scummy, shifty, shady, shitty things the Democrats have been up to. See, their crap has been... I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. Basically, they've been operating in the shadows. If he declassifies this stuff, their activities are brought to the light of day, and they are screwed. If they go down the presidential harassment track, if they want to go and harass the president and the administration, I think that would be the best thing that would happen to me. I'm a counterpuncher, and will hit them so hard they'd never been hit like that. He said during a 36-minute Oval Office sit-down. Yeah, see, Trump's the type of person, he doesn't come out swinging first. He waits for you to take a swing at him, and then he knocks you the fuck out. And that's what he's going to do here. The commander-in-chief said that he could declassify FISA warrant applications and other documents from Robert Mueller's probe, and predicted the disclosure would expose the FBI, the Justice Department, and Clinton campaign as being in cahoots to set him up. Oh, well, no shit. That's pretty much been established. And I don't understand. Well, I mean, the fact it would be yesterday's news, I can understand that. But when the shit was being piled up against him, he should have just declassified all that and went, oh, I'm the crook? Oh, I'm the criminal? Ha ha! Yeah, take a look here. This is what they're using to say I'm the criminal, and everything they did here is criminal. That would have royally screwed them at that time. I think that would help my campaign. If they want to play tough, I will do it. They will see how devastating those pages are. Yeah. I want to see it. I want to see the shit show ensue. But Trump told the Post he wanted to save the documents until they were needed. Yeah, well, they were needed before, but I can understand holding on to something like that until, like, a much more opportune moment. I mean, when I'm saying he should have done it was opportune, but there could be something coming up where it's more opportune for him. I think it just would have nipped shit in the butt if he had done it when I'm talking about. It's much more powerful if I do it then, Trump said, because if we had done it already, it would already be yesterday's news. Yeah, it would, but you would have probably nipped a lot of this shit in the bud. Trump revealed his playbook just as Democrats are set to take over House committees in January, where they are poised to investigate his potential business conflicts of interests, tax returns, Russia dealings, and more. Yeah, they didn't do this shit with the Clintons. I mean, hell, it was a running line of humor with the news on Saturday Night Live to call out their China shit back when Bill was president. With the GOP losing power in January, its congressional investigations into alleged Department of Justice misconduct in launching the Russia probe is expected to fizzle out. Yeah, and they should have just fucking stuck with shit more. They should have put their noses to the grindstone. They should have got more shit accomplished. But a lot of them didn't want to because they're neocon establishment hacks. In September, a group of Trump allies in the House, led by Rep. Lee Zeldin of New York, called on Trump to declassify scores of Justice Department documents they believe undercut the start of the Russia investigation and show bias against Trump. Oh, I'm sure they more than do that. I'm sure they like hang a noose around the necks of Obama, Hillary, and a few other people. Like Mueller. And Rosenstein, and I think you get the idea. The documents include justice officials' requests to surveil Trump campaign advisor Carter Page and memos on DOJ official Bruce Orr's interactions with Christopher Steele, the author of a controversial dossier that alleged Trump ties with Russia. Yeah. The discredited Christopher Steele, mind you. Trump initially agreed to declassify the documents, including text messages sent by former FBI officials James Comey, Andrew G. McCabe, as well as Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, and Orr. Trump allies believe the revelations will show favoritism towards Hillary Clinton and a plot to take down Trump. More than just Trump allies believe that. More than just Trump allies do. There are a lot of people in the general public. What are a lot of them? Definitely Trump supporters. But there are those that don't support Trump that saw how shady the shit was. So trust me, it's more than just the Trump allies saying that. Trump then reversed course, citing the need for further review and concern for U.S. allies. Oh, it's probably more like the fact they figure what they have for a bombshell would probably be better suited to wait until the shit really hits the fan. I mean, because that's some major leverage there. That's like what he has right now could fuck the Democrats hardcore. If it gets declassified, they could be facing some definite criminal repercussions. And I'm sure it would lead to it would have to lead to criminal and congressional investigations because the public would demand it. And the Democrats aren't going to want that. Trump added Wednesday that his lawyer Emmett Flood thought it would be better politically to wait. Well, more than politically. I mean, yeah, there's a big political aspect to things, but holding that is leverage. Now, that leverage can be used for politics, it can be used for power, it can be used for a lot of different things. Because, let's say you end up with some of this shit, like, for example, leading back to members of the House or even Senate. But let's say the House. Okay, like, for example, Nancy Pelosi. She could bluster all she wanted, but with what Trump has, if it had her involved in it, from what it sounds like with what he has, she'd be fucking screwed. She couldn't do shit because all he'd have to do is just drop that bombshell. The bitch would have to do what he wanted. See, I don't think they want their dirty laundry out there. That's my point with that example. If it's to say what if with Pelosi. He didn't want me to do it yet because I can save it, Trump said. The president also pushed back on the notion that all the Justice Department documents should eventually be released for the sake of transparency. Well, I think they should be released on the sake of transparency. I agree with that. I mean, I have issues with Trump saying, pushing back on that one. Some things maybe the public shouldn't see because they are so bad, Trump said, making it clear it wasn't damaging to him but others. Maybe it's better that the public not see what's been going on with this country. No, I'm sorry, but we need to see what's going on. You want the normies to get a fucking clue. The best way for the normies to get a clue is to drop a bombshell like that and let it bitch slap the shit out of them. I don't know how a bombshell could do that, but still. They need to be bitch slapped by something so fucking hard that it wakes them up and has them paying attention. I say, let that happen. You know, I mean, we're at a point where people are waking up, but there are those diehard Kool-Aid drinkers. You have the people, all right, you have the people who don't give a shit. They'd rather care about football or basketball, you know, sports. They'd rather care about stupid shit that they have no vested interest in, all right? These are people that have been programmed and conditioned to think and focus their attentions in that particular way. They need to be deprogrammed. I figure slapping the shit out of them, you know, metaphorically, might work to that note. That would be a good way to do it. Expose them to all the shit that's going on with this. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.